What has been the response to the ongoing consultation on the government's closing loopholes legislation? What obstacles does the government face in closing these loopholes that allow workers to keep being underpaid?
The Minister has the call.
Thanks, Speaker, and I thank the member for Bennelong for the question. Someone who's been operating very constructively with the Closing Loopholes Bill. I know you're on the list to speak on it later today. Contrast that constructive way of engaging with the Manager of Opposition Business, who earlier today organised a filibuster on his own amendment to prevent it from coming to a vote. Now, I've not seen that before. But that's what we had today, to prevent his own amendment from coming to a vote. But that same constructive way of engaging that I've referred to for the member for Bennelong has been how a whole lot of the employer groups have been engaging as well. And I want to pay tribute to the work of the Australian Hotels Association. And I know the member for Bennelong will have many casuals employed by hotels and organisations that are members of the Hotels Association in the electorate of Bennelong. Well, what did Stephen Ferguson have to say? The amendments provide much more certainty and fairness for workers and employers and can be chalked up as a win for both. They strike the right balance. But the Hotels Association isn't the only one that's been engaging positively with the government. I've got to say, and the Health Minister I think will agree with me, we don't often get the Pharmacy Guild turning up to Labor Party branch meetings. But the Pharmacy Guild has seen the common sense of the amendments that have been negotiated with respect to casuals and have said the following. The Pharmacy Guild of Australia supports the Albanese government's decision to amend the Closing Loopholes Bill in the interests of both casual employees and employers. Those opposite have voted consistently and are doing so again today to delay any provision that is about people being underpaid. Any provision that's about people being underpaid. They want to say, they hide behind, oh, we're just wanting to advance the ones about safety. If that was true, why are they not trying to advance the clauses about industrial manslaughter? Is that somehow nothing to do with safety? Do they not understand that labour hire workers are far much less likely on a mine site to speak up about safety issues than people who are directly employed? This government will not say to workers who are being underpaid that their concern is somehow not so controversial, it's a second-rate concern and it's something that we would vote for to delay. We're not going to say to gig workers, you can just wait as long as possible before you have any minimum rates. We're not going to say to the families of people who've died at work that, oh, we'll just delay into the never-never industrial manslaughter. We're not going to say to people who are having their wages deliberately stolen by the employer that it's somehow not urgent or it's too controversial to make wage theft a crime. To the casuals who are working as though they're permanent and just want security, this government will not pull